Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's edition of I Got the Runs, where we do a quick flashback to this week's Flash episode.
The answer to last week's flashback is the two forces that Iris discovered in the future are the Strength Force and the Sage Force. We started the episode off with Nora being a Bob. You know what a Bob is? A big old bitch. That's right. At this point, it's just annoying. She's complaining about Iris, the person who Iris hasn't even become yet. You know what I would have done if I was Iris? I would have went and either go grab a belt or go grab the portal gun and say, take your ass home. You ain't gonna sit here and sass me in my timeline. I got stuff to do. I got a weak ass husband and poor cooking skills. So take your ass back where you came from. While all this is going on, the rest of the crew is looking for Kayla's father. You know why? Because they got 30 minutes to fill this episode and they ain't got shit to do. Cisco starts to vibe information about Kayla's father, which at this point is slowly killing him and pissing me off even worse. Here you have this god-level character doing mundane shit and it's killing him because of his exposure to Cicada. So now Cisco is dying because of a C plot. So let me get this straight. It's like having Superman sweep up Metropolis with a fucking broom with the last of his strength. You get introduced to the meta of this episode, which is Ragdoll, who happens to be a contortionist. He pretty much looked like Jigsaw's little brother who just came back from the free clinic. Anyway, Ragdoll happens to rob a bunch of rich people, and Iris and Barry go to investigate during the daytime to figure out what happened. Now this all, I know what you're saying, is bullshit because one, Barry's not a detective, he's a CI, and you know, Iris shouldn't be talking to any victim because she's just a fucking blogger. But in the world of the Flash, you know, sense just don't make none. We get to the whole C-plot again, try to figure out Caitlyn's dad, which still nobody cares. And they finally discover that Cisco is pretty much hurting himself trying to figure out who Caitlyn's dad is. And blah, 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 my butthole itch. Back into the main storyline. Cecile finally pops the top and tells Nora by herself, like, look, Skank, I need you to know, you first of all, you gonna sit here and blame Iris for doing absolutely nothing. Second of all, she was probably trying to keep you safe. And third of all, fix this furniture, because if you gonna be in my house, your ass gonna work. Nora finally gets that she's being a little asshole and started listening to Cecile. Back into the main plot, Ragdoll rolls up on Barry in his own house, knocks his ass unconscious, and takes the body away. Not before telling Iris, come get your shit. So Barry gets kidnapped, taken to the high-rise building. Iris shows up there with Dimney. He pushes Barry off a ledge. Iris, like a fucking moron, springboards off the building and uncuffs him. And then Dimney catches Ragdoll. We didn't even get to see the shit. It happened off panel. And then that's the end. Well, I feel robbed. Like, I want my Tuesday back.
Oh yeah!
The Savage Award in this episode goes to Ragdoll. First of all, he just been stunting on everybody. He broke into this lady house when she called him. He turned around, his head backwards like an owl and told her, come get some. Then rolled up to Barry's house, drunk his orange juice, and then stole his body from his own apartment. The Doodle Award this episode goes to this fucking episode because this was a waste of time. Ragdoll really didn't have a purpose. Nora complained all the time. Iris, after that swan dive into stupidity. Now it's time for this week's Flash Fact. In the episode of Smallville, the Flash has a foot race against Superman. What was the name of that episode? This was so unnecessary. Like, I could have went to sleep. Thank you guys for joining us for this episode of I Got the Runs. No, this is bad. Like, fuck a hiatus. They need to be canceled. Like, this was the purest definition of a waste of time. The writers had absolutely nothing to do this episode, and it's getting progressively worse. Until next time, fuck off.